My dear student, today I will teach you inverse trigonometric function. Clear? Inverse trigonometric function. You know this relation is called function. It is x, it is y. Understood? So y equal to fx. It is called function. Understood? Now, this is called inverse function. Clear? X equal to f inverse y. It is called inverse function. It is domain of f. It is range of f. For the function, domain of f, range of f. For the inverse function, it is domain of f inverse and this is range of f. Is it clear? It is inverse function. Understood? Now, you see, in class 11, we have learned function of x equal to sin x. Function of x equal to sin x. It is the domain, it is the range. It is y, it is x. If you put the value of x pi by 2, you will get what? Function is 1. Sin pi by 2 is 1. And minus pi by 2 is what? Minus 1. This is the relation. This is domain f, this is range f. Now, it is y equal to fx. Now, x equal to f inverse y. It is domain of f dash. Domain of f dash. And it is range of f dash. In this case, if you say y equal to sin x, this thing pi by 2 or pi by 2, it is clear. Now x equal to sin inverse y. In this case, it is the domain. One value is pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 value is also 1. That time it is not 1, 1. If we restrict it with domain pi by 2, comma minus pi by 2, function is 1, 1. If we strict with these two values, or else pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2, if you strict with this value, then function is 1, 1 on 2. Inverse exists. Inverse will be exist. That means if x equal to sine y, if x equal to sine y, then y equal to sine inverse x. Clear? In this case, y belongs to what? Pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. You see? You see this one? Clear? If x equal to sine y, y equal to sine inverse x, y belongs to pi by 2 minus pi by 2. It is the principal value. Clear? I am trying to do easy way. This thing is clear? Now you see graphically. Now you see graphically. It is 0, x-axis, it is on the y-axis. It is 1, it is minus 1. Clear? In this time, graph will move this way. Graph will move this way. Graph will move this way. It is 1 and it is minus 1. It is 0, it is pi. It is minus pi by 2. It is pi, it is pi by 2. Clear? For the inverse function, it is y, it is x. Clear? This is 1 and this is minus 1. Clear? Graph will move this way. This is 0, it is pi, it is pi by 2, this is minus pi by 2, this is minus pi. Understood? Is it clear? Now, function of x equal to cos x. You see, y x. If it is 0, pi. Cos 0 is what? 1. Cos pi is minus 1. It is function. It is y equal to fx. X equal to f inverse y. Clear? Now, this is inverse function. This is inverse function. Understood? Now, if we restrict with 0 and pi at the domain, if we restrict with 0 pi in the domain, then function is 1, 1, 1, 2. If you restrict with 0 pi. Clear? Then you see here, if it is range of f, it is domain of f dash. If x equal to cos y, then y equal to cos inverse x, and y belongs to 0, pi. Y belongs to 0, pi. It is domain F, it is range of F dash. Very simple, you can understand this one. Clear? Now, graphically you see it also. Graphically you see it. This curve moves this way. It is 1 and this is -1. It is pi by 2, it is 0. Clear? It is pi by 2. Understood? This is the graph. In the cos, move this way. In the inverse function, y is equal to cos inverse x, the graph will move this way. Graph will move this way. Understood? That means its function, it is y, it is x. It is x. It is 0. It is 1. It is here -1. It is pi by 2. This is cos. Understood? That means you have to strict the domain with 0, pi. Domain of function is the inverse of the cos inverse function is 0, pi. Now, function of x equal to tan x. Then y equal to tan inverse x. Here y belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Understood? Now you see, what is the domain of f? What is the domain of f? Domain of f is r minus x such that x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, odd multiple of pi by 2. N belongs to integer. Odd multiple of pi by 2. Clear? Range is what? Range is real number. Clear? Now, in the case of inverse, domain of f, it is also real number. It is also real number. Then range of f dash will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. If we restrict with domain minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, function is 1, 1, 1, 2. Function is 1, 1. Or else you have to be strict with these two values. Then you will get this answer. Understood? Now you fx, it is completed. Understood? Now fx equal to cot x. Fx equal to cot x. y equal to cot inverse x if x equal to cot y. Understood? Now you see domain of cot x is what? Real number minus x such that x equal to n pi. Even multiple of pi by 2. Even multiple of pi by 2. N belongs to integer. Range is what? Real number. Naturally, domain of f inverse is what? Real number. The range of f inverse is what? 0 to pi. If you strict with this value, if we strict with this value, if we restricted with this value, if we restricted with this value, then here y belongs to 0 to pi. Understood? Y belongs to 0 to pi. Fx equal to cot x. Now we will do, is it clear? This thing is clear or not? Clear? You note down it. Now we will do fx equal to sec inverse x. Fx equal to sec x. Y equal to sec inverse x if x equal to sec y. Y belongs to 0 pi by 2 union pi by 2 pi. Understood? In this case also, same thing. If we, domain is what? Domain of f sec x, domain of sec x is what? Its value is what? It is r minus x such that x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, n belongs to integer. Odd multiple of pi by 2. Domain is what? Range is what? Range is minus infinity to 1, minus infinity to 1, union 1 to infinity. Understood? Because in this case, what happening? It is minus 1, 1, it is minus, it is plus minus, it is minus infinity. Function is increasing or function is decreasing. Clear? So domain of f dash will be what? This value minus infinity to 1 union 1 to infinity. The range will be what? Range will be what? Range should be 0 pi by 2 union pi by 2 comma pi. Understood? This one is clear or not? Now for cosec x, this is clear, you note down it, this one. fx equal to cosec x, y equal to cosec inverse x if x equal to cosec inverse y, x equal to cosec y, x equal to cosec y belongs to minus pi by 2, 0, union 0, pi by 2. Domain of f is what? Cosec x domain of f is what? R minus x such that x equal to n pi, n belongs to integer. Even multiple of pi by 2. Even multiple of pi by 2. Domain of range of f is? Range of f is what? Range of f is minus infinity to 1, union 1, comma infinity. Understood? So domain of f dash will be minus infinity to 1, union 1 to infinity. The range of f inverse will be what? Minus pi by 2 to 0, union 0, pi by 2. Understood? This is the inverse trigonometric function. We can also do by graphically, we can understood by this process also. What is the principal value? You note down it. Everything is, I have explained what is domain, what is range, what is range of f, is domain of f dash and range of f dash. Everything I have explained. Clear? Question. Find the principal value value. Sine inverse 1 by root 2. What is the value of 1 by root 2? You know, it is sine inverse sine pi by 4. You are understanding or not? You are understanding? Now, this is pi by 4. Clear? Now, if you take cot inverse root 3, cot inverse root 3. Now, cot inverse, what is this value? What is the value of root 3? Tell. It is cot pi by 6. It is equal to pi by 6. Clear? Cos inverse minus 1 by 2. Cos inverse minus 1 by 2. Cos inverse minus. Cos 1 by 2 value is what? Cos pi by 3. Cos pi by 3. But cos lies between what? It is x lies between what? 0 to pi. 0 to pi. So never negative is there. So you have to write cos inverse cos pi minus pi by 3. It is how much? Cos inverse cos 2 pi by 3. Value is what? 2 pi by 3. Are you understanding this one? Now, if you do sec inverse 2 by root 3 minus sec inverse 2 by root 3, sec inverse minus sine, minus and right, 2 by root 3, it is sec pi by 6. But it is also, you have to write negative sign, So you have to write sec inverse. It is sec pi minus pi by 6. It is how much? Sec inverse sec 5 pi by 6. It is 5 pi by 6. Understood? This way you have to solve all these questions. Again you more take tan inverse. One more questions. Now tan inverse tan 3 pi by 4. Tan inverse tan pi minus pi by 4. So tan inverse tan pi minus theta minus pi by 4. Its value is minus pi by 4. Tan pi minus theta minus tan theta. Isn't it? Minus tan theta, tan minus tan theta is equal to tan minus theta. It is minus pi by 4. I think how you have to find the principal values, you have understood. Boys, you do it in the practice in the home, you will be easily can do it. Thank you.